In 1932, the Australian military declared war on a bird and lost. It sounds like the setup to joke, but the Emu War was a genuine, documented military operation, complete with Lewis guns, a commanding officer, and official dispatches to the Australian government. The enemy was approximately 20,000 emus migrating across the Campion district of Western Australia, eating crops and destroying wheat fields that veterans of the First World War had been granted as farmland. The farmers, unable to cope, lobbied the government for help. The government sent the army. Major G.P.W. Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery arrived in November 1932 with 2 Lewis guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The plan was simple: herd the emus into a concentrated mass and cut them down. What actually happened was something else entirely. The emus refused to cooperate. They scattered into small groups the moment shooting started, rendering the Lewis guns nearly useless, each burst killing only a handful of birds while the rest dispersed across the scrubland. Meredith later noted with some admiration that the emus seemed to have guerrilla tactics. Each group had a sentry. When one fell, the others ran in every direction. The ornithologist Dominic Cervanti observed that the emus could absorb a remarkable number of bullets and keep moving. If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, Meredith reportedly said, it would face any army in the world. After 12 days, the operation was suspended. The military claimed 2,500 emus killed. Ornithologists examining the evidence put the actual figure far lower. The emus remained. A second campaign was mounted in 1948 with similar results. A third followed. The emus, between campaigns, multiplied. The House of Representatives back in Sydney was not amused. Questions were asked. The Minister of Defense was embarrassed. The ornithological community pointed out that emus are extraordinarily difficult to kill efficiently under any circumstances. One newspaper editorial suggested that a medal ought to be struck for the emus. The Emu War is easy to dismiss as a curiosity, a national embarrassment quickly buried. But it reveals something genuine about the limits of military solutions to ecological problems, the desperation of farmers working marginal colonial land, and the hubris of institutions that believe firepower solves everything. Australia never officially lost the Emu War. It simply stopped fighting it. The emus are still there.